innovative content, global audience.
A rising number of Nigerians are falling victims to a deceitful scheme that involves paying huge amounts of money for jobs opportunity that do not really exist or sometimes do not exist in the UK as a worker visa system. Now, this boils down to the lack of jobs in Nigeria. The rate of unemployment, we all know how that is going, and I feel like it's affecting the youth. Over the years in Nigeria, it has affected the youth in a number of ways. Now, the reduction in employment has led the citizens to resort to taking things into their hands, which some are not very lucky with. A case study of some few days ago, we saw a number of Nigerians are stranded here in the UK. With the hope of coming, they had the hope of coming for greener pastures. They came to look for a job that they could not find in their country, Nigeria. And bad enough, they got here and they find that they have been duped, they have been scammed. Hence, a lot of people have been duped over the time. People are getting duped and scammed on daily basis because they just want to go away since they can't find good jobs in their country. And let's not forget also that the lack of unemployment in Nigeria is resulting to a lot of crime issues, insecurity, and of course, now people are not taking it that I'm going elsewhere. Now, the thing that worries me about this traveling thing in Nigeria is that Nigerians, the youth especially, do not care where they are going to, whether that country is even less of a country than to Nigeria or any other country, they don't care. And that is why you see them just selling off their stuff, money they should use to invest. They even want to sell off and just go away to another country to excel. And this was the ordeal of some Nigerians some days ago who were stranded at the UK because they were scammed and they could not see the job. They pay so much, as much as £10,000 to get here. It's very sad. Good morning. I'm reaching you for the world's capital city, London. My name is Princess Kessy, and this is Inside Nigeria, where we discuss issues bordering on us as a people and as a nation. Good morning. Now, I have with me on the show a very young Nigerian. He's a youth, and that is why I brought him here, because this topic today, I want to let's pinpoint the youth this morning. He's OLUSEYI AGBOLA. He is a preacher, a music careerist, and a fashion vendor. Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the show this morning. How are you doing, Shay?
I'm doing fine, man.
Okay, nice to have you on the show. On a very quick one now. Now, what should take you are youth, and we saw on the news the other day, it's still trending up to now that a lot of Nigerians were stranded here in the UK. They came here with high hopes, that when you want to travel, there's this feeling that comes with it. You might even sell off your stuff. You're going away for greener pastures. You want to make money. You want to work, and of course, be paid for that job. And we saw a lot of people came here some days ago and they were actually stranded. They found out they were scammed. They paid as much as £10,000, which is equivalent to 10 point something million in Nigerian money. Now, what's your take when we hear the rate of unemployment in Nigeria? As a youth, how do you feel about it? Let's even start from there.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Concerning the issues of unemployment in Nigeria, I would not blame a section or a particular people, but I would say the blame is on every one of us.
Okay.
Every citizen of Nigeria, okay, both the government and even the citizen, everyone are to be blamed for that, because it is not every one of us that are doing all we needed to do to make the issue of unemployment to be something of the past or be eradicated in our country.
Shay, you did say you don't want to blame a section or a quarter. You just want to say everyone is at fault. Now we're having issues with his network. That is quite early. Please, Shay, we need you back here. I think he just received a call. Now, when we talk about unemployment rate in Nigeria, people actually I know what Shay is about to say. You know that the other day I had somebody on my show. Now he said that a lot of people, he's the director of an NGO, get at empowering people who have been deported back to Nigeria. And do you know that he said something that money you want to sell so much, getting a visa, coming over or traveling abroad sometimes takes you up to more than 5 million. Why not spend that money in setting up a business, doing something in Nigeria, stay back home, and just maybe when you have so much money, you cannot travel. So Shay, you were about saying that you did say that you don't want to blame everyone. How is that? I want you to explain this to us.
Okay. The first thing is I will start from government.
Okay.
Government is the first that is not making mostly the youths in Nigeria to be employed, because government are not providing enough or expanding the other areas of work section we have in Nigeria. And at the same time, I won't blame government. The reason is that the revenue that Nigeria are generating are very low. So if government is trying to create more works or expanding the work on ground, expanding it, government will not be able to finance it properly. They will not have enough money to pay those workers because the money they were generating in their revenue is very, very low. So that is first about government.
And that is why you think the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is very high.
Yes, it's because of our revenue is very low. And at the same time, our government is trying to work on it. Majorly the recent government now, I think and I believe they were trying to do all they can, all in their capacity, to develop and to grow our GDP this time around.
Now you did say you will also not blame anyone. So at this point, what do you think? What is the effect of this unemployment or the impact on the youth? We're looking at the youth this morning, and of course they are the one at the receiving end of the when we talk about unemployment and of course the japa rate from Nigeria now. What do you think is the effect or the impact on the youth? Because we see a lot of people resorting to crime. We see a lot of people resorting to like the person that was scammed some days ago. We saw that there is no job. I watched that. I read that her story, and it's quite down to no job. I just wanted to go away and all that. Now, what do you think are some of the effects or impact of unemployment on the Nigerian youth?
The side effect, it has positive and negative side effects. But I will start from the negative side effect of unemployment in Nigeria. The negative side is it's leading many youths into illegal works.
Can you look at your device? It's as if you're looking at the ceiling or the up. Look, yes, thank you. Go ahead.
I said the side effect is on two parts. It has negative and positive side.
Okay.
I will start from the negative side. The negative side is that unemployment in Nigeria is leading many youths into illegal works and some lifestyle that is not good, lifestyle that corrupts their life and even their future.
Can you look at your device? Can you look at your device like as if you're looking at me? Because you need to talk to the viewers. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So the unemployment is affecting we youth in Nigeria to go into some things that affect our way of life, our lifestyle. Some are going into illicit drugs, some are going into illegal works, and different kind of things that is not helping one's life become better. And on the other hand, the second side that I said is positive is unemployment in Nigeria helps many youths to become an innovator, and with a lot of initiative, many youth have tried to create a lot of bringing out their own idea to life. And we have a lot of many entrepreneurs nowadays in Nigeria. Even the last time I checked online, I saw that Nigeria is the leading country in Africa, having a lot of entrepreneur people in the whole Africa. So apart from entrepreneurship, the unemployment in Nigeria is trying to make many youth in Nigeria to be self-independent, not relying on government or waiting on some companies to employ them.
So in a government where youth are the majority we have, is it not the job of the government? We know that entrepreneurship is good. People should be their own bosses. But is it not the job of the government to provide jobs, especially in a country where you have a lot of graduates? They are betting graduates on daily basis. They are coming into the streets, no jobs. Even though some of them that has job as we speak is strike today, strike tomorrow. They have unresolved issues, unresolved labor issues with workers. The minimum wage is very low. But is it not a job of the government to make sure that every citizen, especially the youth that are coming out from this institution, are well empowered?
Yes, it is the work of the government. It is the work of the government to provide more works for the citizen of Nigeria. But as I said earlier, it won't be easy for government to do that for now.
Why?
Because the income.
Can you hear me, OLUSEYI? Okay, your network is not very friendly this morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Now, you were saying the income is very low. What income are you talking about? We have lawmakers going so much, they go away with so much money, so much resources at the end of the year or every month. So why is it that they cannot employ the youth? Why is it? They say the stronghold of every nation is the youth.
The income I'm talking about is Nigerian revenue. And at the same time, Nigerian GDP. Both our GDP and our revenue are very, very low. As of now, last year, Nigerian GDP is 3.54%. And this year, in this second quarter, Nigerian GDP is 2-point-something%. I didn't remember the exact figure, but it's 2.
And don't you think that unemployment also has effect on the GDP as well?
Yes, it has effect, but I can't shift all the blame on the government. That is one thing I want people to know. I can't shift all the blame on the government. Every one of us has a part to make, a part to play, to build our country, to develop it, to make it a dream country that every one of us dream all about. It's not only about government. We have a lot of contribution to make as a citizen too. I have an example I would like to bring.
Go ahead.
Yes, the example is I live at Osun State in Ilesha. Here in Ilesha, we have a big company which is international breweries. And that international breweries, according to stories that I heard from my elderly ones, I heard that it is not, that company is not established or funded by government. It is funded by the rich men group in Ilesha. the rich men group in Ilesha funded international breweries. So if all the rich men can be doing something like that, a kind of initiative like that, and empowerment for youth, all this issue of unemployment will reduce very well. It's not all about government. Each and every citizen has a lot of parts to play.
Now, you did say, we know we have the likes of Dangote, Tony Elumelu, and the rest that are actually doing their own quarter. They are building, of course, not just building, but they employ people on the process of doing these things. But now we look at Nigeria as a country. It's a lot of people I follow the trend for days now, and a lot of people have described this recent event as very shameful, because Nigeria is a country people look up to, and as it stands, the youth don't even know where they stand in that country, and hence everybody just wants to go away and look for a soft landing somewhere. Anyways, viewers, this is Inside Nigeria, where we bring you issues bordering on us as a people and as a nation. I'm here with Shay, and we'll go on a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with Inside Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
It's politics time on SR TV with your one and only host, Dr. Chris.
We all must be part of the governance. So join Deddy Crease every day 8 p.m. to dissect on the political situation in Nigeria.
Hello viewers, you're welcome back from that quick break. I'm still here with OLUSEYI, and today we put our focus on Nigerian youth, the rate of unemployment, and of course the Jackma rate. Now, unemployment has resulted to where Nigerians now, the youth, not just want to go away. They don't even care where they are going to. They just want to go away to escape this hardship and this torment. A lot of them believe that they are in. Now, Sherry, what are some of the ways? You did say rich men should come together to do something, which we know that they cannot all do it themselves. Now, what are other ways you think we can deal with the rate of unemployment in Nigeria? Can you hear me?
One of to my own idea and way out that I think Nigerian can
you look at
try to work on. The first thing I said is,
look at me. Yes, look at us. Look at your viewers. Yes. Go ahead.
One of the way out or solutions to unemployment in Nigeria still start with government. Government need to be truthful to us, all citizens of Nigeria. They need to carry us along and let us know how things are going there in the section of government. And government need to dialogue with us. They need to listen to us. And I can see that this new government is trying to do that now. They were trying to create space for dialoguing and listening to.
Can you expatiate on that? Elaborate on that. How is the government trying to carry you along?
On the media side, and I've never seen when situation in Nigeria is hard or things are not going well for the citizen. Everybody was feeling angry about the situation, maybe the price of things in market. I've never seen in my own lifetime where government or a president will came out and talk to the whole country about the situation, that everybody should try to have hope and give them, even talks about like this president did now, President Bola Tinubu, he gave us, in his speech about the palliative to be distributed for the Nigerian, everything he said
is it palliative as a youth? Do you want somebody to keep giving you fish, or you want somebody to give you a net to go and catch the fish? Which one do you prefer?
I can say both. Both is good. Because if I'm not strong and heady, even if they give me net to go and fish, I won't be able to do that.
Saying that the Nigerian youths are not healthy, so therefore they should keep babysitting the youths at the 21st century.
What I'm trying to say is the government or the president is like a father of a house. So the father needs to provide for his children or the whole entire family, and at the same time, he needs to be empowering them. So that is what I'm trying to say. That they need to give us fish and at the same time give us net to go and fish.
Shay, we saw that this money being put into palliative is so much money, and we know the country we live in today where the things that have been happening before. How many? Let me ask you, Shay, how much did you get from this palliative?
I will be truthful. In my own state, in Osun State, our governor have never did anything about the palliative, but I'm hearing it all around. I'm seeing it on social media, majorly in Borno State, in Nigeria. The governor is doing very well with what I'm seeing online, and Kwara State and some other. What do you say, man?
We are talking about you and your state. You did say that the palliative is good. It is good to provide for you, at the same time give you net to fish. Now I'm asking you, because since you said it's a good initiative now, how much have you gotten so far, and how much maybe your families or your friends will just give us a little update on that, since it's something you applaud.
I said I will be truthful. I, as a person and my own family, we haven't get anything from the palliative, because the governor of my state, here in Osun State, haven't distributed or did anything about that. But I said, I'm hearing
at the end of the day.
What is it, man?
And you are very hopeful that you will get that palliative or part of it at the end of the day. You are hopeful, right?
Yes, I'm hopeful. But either it is big or small, we should try to have be grateful, and because someone that did a little thing for us today can still do a big one tomorrow.
Be grateful for what exactly?
As I said, that
yes, your network is not very good, so we can barely hear you. But from what you said, if I could wrap my hand around it, you're saying you applaud the palliatives, and that move is a move that we should applaud. Well, I don't know about other youths. That is your opinion, but I bet a lot of youths will not stand with that opinion. We've seen the trend so far. The youths, a lot of them have spoken to, they prefer that it's better you give them a net to fish and stop giving them fish. This is what we have been seeing in Nigeria. This is what they claim that they have been used to over the years. And so they want something new and something different. Now, we look at government expenditure. How do you think the expenditure now is affecting the rate of unemployment? Because we say there is no money. You want to give the youth palliative, yet the government, the lawmakers, they spend so much on their personal lifestyle and other expenditure.
Nigerian government expenditure is too high, and I support the motion that it needs to be reduced and reduced very well, because the money that government is spending in paying for those in legislature and the executive is too much, because average Nigerian, the money they were earning will empower like a lot of many youths or many youths in our society, because like all these legislators or the executive, some of them like this minister, I heard it early this year that Minister for Labor, Mr. Chris Ngige, is earning up to close to a million, close to 1,900,000 and something thousand naira. So that money, I would say, apart from the allowances, is too much. So government need to cut it down and use all those money and push it and utilize it or divert it into some other aspect that youth will benefit a lot. Not only youth, even the elderly people and the very young ones, everybody will benefit from it. The youth is not the main issue. Everybody need attention from the government, not only youth.
Youth is the workforce of a nation.
What you said, ma?
The youth is the workforce of any nation. A nation without youth,
yes,
I don't know or how that nation will be, but we know that the youth are the stronghold of every nation. And in Nigeria, they are the highest population we have. And so, what do you think? I know you're saying what the government should do as a youth. What should we do? Because a lot of people are falling into scam. A lot of people are, when we have the rate of insecurity, the rate of crime because of unemployment. What do you think the youth we should do moving forward?
What I would say is, government, as I said earlier, government need to be handling the affairs of the nation properly and very well. They need to be truthful to the whole citizen of Nigeria. Like almost every state in Nigeria. What do you say, man?
Are you saying now that the government is not truthful? Because you said earlier that the government is straightforward. They came out, they did a press release, they did
yes, this time around the president came out to talk to the city.
You are not saying that they should be as truthful. So where do you stand? Let us understand you, Shay.
Yes, well, I'm hammering that point that our government in the past are not that truthful to us. There are many things we expect them to tell us, but they keep silence on some matters. They didn't carry us along. But if government is trying to be truthful with us, they come out plainly, let us know how the situation is. Everybody will try to calm down and try to reason along with government, not trying to criticize and curse the government anyhow. So, and the government need to handle the affairs of the nation properly. I want to make a point. In most of places in Nigeria, with my observation, what I notice is that local government system of government is not functioning properly in Nigeria. Talk less of councillor system of government under the local government. And if that two section is not working properly, there is nothing the government at the top, the executive at the top, most of the effort they will be making will not yield a positive result, because they have come to the lowest point of where we people are living. They have to come to the grassroots. not relating with us at grassroots level, we just make all of their effort at the top be a wasteful exercise.
Well, Shay, you've heard. Go ahead. We have your opinion, and do you have anything? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I still have some other things to add to what I'm saying. Like all these palliative that government wants to distribute to us. If local government is working properly and we have councillor in every street or ward, it won't be a problem. We just distribute it as they distributed the palliative or either money or some goods to the governor will distribute it to the local government, and the local government chairman will distribute it to all the councillor in each street or ward. And this is how this palliative and whatever government want to do for us will reach every household.
Well, we see that you're very optimistic. Can you turn off your other device? You have two devices.
What you said, ma'am?
You have two devices on this phone. Can you turn the other one off?
I have two devices.
Okay, viewers, Shane. You are very optimistic that the palliative will work for you and it will work for others. We do really hope sincerely that your hope and your expectations will not be cut short once again by the government or the people in charge. Viewers, that is all we'll be able to take today. Of course, unemployment is an issue that we cannot keep emphasizing on. That means we'll have another segment as regarding to unemployment and the rate of job. By the way, Nigerians, the youth are just going away. We don't know what the future holds anymore for Nigeria and its youth, as everybody just wants to go away because of what they term as bad leadership, bad government, no employment, and of course, no jobs anywhere. That's all we can take today. I remain yours truly, Princess Kessy, and thank you, Shay, for being on the show. Thank you, viewers, as well. Just before we go, don't forget to hit on the notification bell. Follow us on our social media handles, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, Twitter. Invite somebody to the page, like, subscribe, share, and leave us with your comments. We love to hear from you. Now, until I see you again, don't forget that peace is priceless, so let's give peace a chance. Start with something as well. We're in a country where there are no jobs. Whatever you have, any little thing you have, start with that, and maybe just tomorrow you become a boss and employer of labor as well. See you again next week. Bye.
SR TV. Innovative content.